Hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to your February 2026 energy reading. We're going to go ahead and get started. I have some cards here already for you. We're going to start with an oracle message, and we have three cards that I pulled. You have Soulful Appreciation, which is talking about heartfelt gratitude. This is all about kind of allowing yourself to see what you should be thankful for, seeing the perspective of I have my glass halfway full versus halfway empty. And there's a very interesting energy because the other oracle card that we have is called thought vibrations, meaning that what you think really does present your reality, right? So we have to be very careful with thought forms that you might have been experiencing and kind of recognizing, okay, maybe this is something that I need to transmutate, that I have to alchemize. Maybe I'm not being too positive with the way that I'm thinking. Maybe I'm thinking I'm being super realistic, but in a sense, I'm kind of projecting a negative aspect out in my life, okay? This month is all about the heart healing, right? So it says here, love, acceptance, and romance, okay? Which is really interesting, right? I didn't get the romance part too much, but for some, there could be a great opportunity for love. I have here also in the bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is this energy of potentially a beautiful suitor coming your way, someone that might really pique your interest. But for others, the Knight of Cups can represent this energy of looking outside of yourself for the answers that are already within you. Okay, so when I shook the tarot, or when I shuffled the tarot, this is the card that popped up, which is the Tower, right? And the Tower can represent that there is a foundation in your life that has had a shaky ground that is going to potentially collapse around this time, right? And this doesn't necessarily mean that something bad is happening. If anything, this destruction, this chaos, this collapse, so to speak, is actually meant to happen. There's this energy about allowing yourself to let go and release what it is that you have been trying to patch up so much, right? Have you been going through this energy saying something in your life? It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be family. Maybe there's something in your life that you have tried to patch up, and Spirit is saying, let it go. It's time to let that collapse, okay? Seven of Swords. This is the energy of trying to get away with something, of self-sabotage, of poor strategy. And that is asking you to really look at the things that you are trying to achieve and look at it from a very rational perspective, right? Are you trying to carry something that's just too hard to carry? Are you trying to hold something that just simply needs to be left behind, right? Is it causing you more pain to continue to hold on to it versus to let it go? These are the questions that this month might be potentially bringing to you. You have here the Nine of Pentacles, which shows success. This is also independent success. This is about you essentially enjoying the fruition of your efforts, of your labor. So for some of you guys, this might be a month where the focus might shift to be more independent, right? So you might be kind of focusing on yourself, not necessarily being too available for others, which is not a negative thing whatsoever. I feel like the focus here is the heart healing, right? You healing from the wounds that maybe you have acquired by holding on to something that you have been trying to patch up, right? This has taken a lot of your energy. And what I see is that you are going to transition from really focusing on that to actually focusing on yourself. And this shows rejuvenation, this shows abundance, and this shows a lot of success coming your way, okay? So let's get into the block. Why is the block here? Thought vibrations is your block, right? Which can mean that you are thinking too much about, the worst case scenario. So that's really important for you to have that level of self-awareness. Let's get a little bit more on this block. Yeah, the Empress. So instead of focusing on the worst case scenario, the Empress is this energy of embodiment. This is the energy of trusting that you will receive what it is that you are looking for. Also, with the Empress showing up as a block, there could be an overbearing energy in your life. This could be like a female energy or a mother energy. Regardless, it's a strong energy, someone that has a lot of influence, or you care about this person, let's just say. And this person could be causing quite a bit of burden in your life. Also, The Empress can show someone that's overly emotional, especially when we're thinking about her in a blockage, right? So be careful with any emotional manipulation, anybody that's trying to throw the weight or who they represent in your life to truly influence the decisions that you're trying to make for yourself. So definitely be careful with that. And also embodiment, right? So trust that the result will be there for you, because the Empress at the end of the day shows this level of progress, right? But when she shows up in a block, there could be a disconnection from that. There could be that you are not necessarily aligning yourself with what you are trying to materialize, okay? Okay, so more on your block. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, which is the energy of being in a state of lack. And Spirit is saying there is a big blessing coming your way when it comes to feeling more independent, more successful, more that you can stand on your own 2 feet, right? So that's a really beautiful energy with that Nine of Pentacles. However, this Five of Pentacles is essentially a very stubborn energy. This Five of Pentacles can be someone that's not willing to ask for help or is not willing to use their resources. This can also show a prideful energy, but the Five of Pentacles is being in a state of lack. So it could be, again, this energy I already spoke about, patching something up. It could be that because this has not worked, you can feel like you're in a state of lack. And it's really important for you not to self-sabotage yourself. Again, going back to that Seven of Swords. This is the energy of self-sabotage. This is the energy of trying to get away with something with a very weak strategy. And Spirit is asking you to strategize, because your results will be worth it. You will find success in all this madness. And whatever, again, is collapsing, it's meant to leave your life. It's just simply holding you back, okay? Now, let's get more into the potential outcome. Potential outcome for Aries. Okay, so Temperance, I love that. That's the energy of balance, of restoration, of alignment. Temperance is also about this energy of wanting to try new things, more exciting things. You got here 2 knights, which is really interesting. So in your reading, there's a total of 3 knights. You have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and now the Knight of Swords, meaning that there's going to be a lot of messages and communication coming your way that is going to broaden your perspective or make you feel like you have several options. And like I said, for some of you guys, this could be about romance, okay? So there could be several suitors coming your way. You are someone that is very attractive right now. And with that being said, it's important that you choose from a place of, I already have what I need within myself. I'm just simply looking for someone that I can enjoy my life with, right? Or someone that I can enjoy myself with. Maybe it's not something that you want that's super serious. Potential outcome here. So you have here really beautiful cards. The theme of nines is coming. So you have here 9 of Cups, which shows a wish fulfillment. This is about getting out of your comfort zone. I really love that showed up. 10 of Wands is here, showing that you are dropping the burden, Aries. So it's really important for you to, again, stop patching it up, let it drop, because there's another way, there's another form of life that's coming your way. You have here the 3 of Pentacles, which shows me future collaborations. And I also see the communication coming from the Knights. So whatever it is that you decide to do with the messages or suitors that come your way is going to lead to something that is going to be really important for you. And then you have the Magician, and this is like the clean slate, okay? There's something here that's being purged out with that Tower card. It's not a secret that the Tower can represent a very chaotic time, right? And there's not a secret that a lot of outer planets, astrology speaking, a lot of planets are going to be in your sign, Aries. So this is a very, very transformative time for you. Use that energy. When you see obvious things that are just falling apart, that you have tried tremendously to make them work and they're just not working, this is a time to let it go. This is the time for the reset. This is a time for you to understand you are worthy of more. You are worth more. You can materialize whatever it is that you want. But the thoughts vibration is really important. Recognize when your vibration is not being in alignment with what it is that you're trying to materialize. It's very important when you feel yourself going to those pathways of having this very negative thinking or this very quote unquote realistic thinking that is actually bringing a perception of negativity to your current reality. Okay. So with that being said, I feel like I'm going to close out the reading. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you in any kind of way. I would truly appreciate your feedback. Like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel. I would truly appreciate you. And I'll see you guys on your next one. Bye.